So now with the first round basically over, we still have one Game 7 left tonight, the Washington Capitals against the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to start doing my series preview and predictions for the second round. If you guys want to see these for all the series, make sure to let me know, because it did seem like you guys enjoyed them for the first round, and I definitely enjoyed doing them. So in this one, we're going to start off with the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. They get things underway tomorrow night. I believe there's two games tomorrow night, the Boston and Columbus series, and then this one. So I'm going to upload the Boston and Columbus one tomorrow, this one today, and then probably two the next day. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The Dallas Stars versus the St. Louis Blues. So taking a look at both teams' leaders throughout the first series of the playoffs, I know it is a small sample size, but I thought we already kind of saw all the leaders for the regular season when I did these previews for the first round. So we're just going to look at the playoff stats. Obviously, Dallas was the first wildcard team, 93 points, and then third in the Central, 99 points for St. Louis. In the first round of the playoffs, the Dallas Stars were led in goals by Alex Radulov with 4 goals. He had an exceptional first series. Assists were Ben and Klingberg, both had 5 assists apiece, and led in points by Alex Radulov with 6 points. And I think that's big for St. Louis in this series. They really have to work on shutting down that Dallas top line, because behind that top line, they don't really have as much depth as the St. Louis Blues do. You look at St. Louis, 4 goals for Jaden Schwartz. Obviously, the hat trick came in the closeout game against the Winnipeg Jets. Assists, Alex Pietrangelo with 6 assists, and Alex Pietrangelo led them with 6 points. So for both of these teams, it's kind of who you would expect leading the way in terms of goals, points, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, the difference maker in this series is going to come down to who is the better goaltender. Obviously, Ben Bishop was a Vezina Trophy nominee this season. He's been spectacular. And then Jordan Binnington was just a revelation for the St. Louis Blues. He was amazing in the first series as well, besides that one game where I believe he let in like 6 goals, but he didn't let that rattle him. And then obviously he went on to have a pretty solid remainder of the series. So I think goaltending is going to be a huge part in this series, but I definitely think the depth scoring is going to come up big as well, because like I said with Dallas, their top line does a lot of their offensive work, and I definitely think some of the bottom guys like Rope Hintz and Blake Como was pretty good in the first round. I think he's going to have to replicate that in the second round as well, because going into the series, it is looking like St. Louis is the overwhelming favorite, but I definitely wouldn't count out this Dallas team because they looked very, very good in the first round. Now taking a look at the team stats through one round of the NHL playoffs, the Dallas Stars scored 3 goals per game in the first round, which was good for 7th out of all the teams that made the playoffs. They allowed only 2 goals against, which was second, so obviously their defense was a huge part in why they were able to eliminate the Nashville Predators. They had a power play percentage of 18.2, which was 10th in the playoffs, so I think they'd like to get that up a little bit, but they had a penalty kill percentage of 100%, which was first out of any team, obviously because they didn't even get scored on a power play against, so that was a pretty big part in why they were able to knock out the Nashville Predators, neutralizing that top power play unit with guys like Arvidsson, Johansson, Forsberg, and Roman Josi. That is very, very impressive, and it's definitely something they look to keep going into the second round against the Blues. Now taking a look at the St. Louis Blues, they scored 2.67 goals per game in the first round, which was 10th, and they allowed the exact same 2.67 against, which was 7th. They had a power play percentage of 26.3, so their power play was definitely firing on all cylinders in that first round, but their penalty kill percentage could use some work heading into the next round. It was only a 78.6. So in terms of special teams, I don't really know who I want to give the edge to, because 5th in power play for St. Louis, but 10th in power play for Dallas. And then you look at the penalty kill, obviously there's a big difference there. So I think I might give the slight edge to the Dallas Stars, just because I think their penalty kill has been excellent. But then again, St. Louis had a really good power play, so it's kind of tough, but I guess I'll give a slight edge to the Dallas Stars. But then again, it really is a small sample size. There was only, a couple games each team, so it could really go either way in terms of the special teams. But coming into the series, I guess I'll give Dallas a little bit of an edge. But I'm very excited for the series. It definitely is a very, very difficult one to predict. I feel like it could go either way. I definitely feel like it's going to be a long series, so I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. So make sure to let me know your predictions down in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get into my prediction for the Dallas Stars versus the St. Louis Blues in the Western Conference semifinals. So after thinking about this for a long time, my prediction is the St. Louis Blues are going to win this series in 6 games, but my prediction really doesn't mean anything because I've been basically wrong with every series I've predicted in the first round, but that is what makes hockey, in my opinion, the most fun playoffs to watch out of any sport, because you really just never know who's going to win, and we saw that firsthand with basically all of the top teams already being eliminated, with the exception of Washington. That's a division winner that still has a chance to move on tonight. But nonetheless, my prediction, the St. Louis Blues in 6 games. I just think the depth of the St. Louis Blues is going to be way too much for the Dallas Stars to handle. But if they can't neutralize that top line, I definitely could see it go the other way. Jordan Binnington, I kind of questioned him coming into the playoffs because he is a rookie goaltender, but he showed that he is just as calm in the playoffs as he was in the regular season. So it definitely is going to be a very interesting series. And like I said, make sure you guys let me know who you think is going to win. But in the end, my prediction, I have the St. Louis Blues taking this and moving on to the conference finals in 6 games. So that is going to wrap up this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and make sure to let me know down in the comment section any video suggestions you guys have, anything you want to see throughout the playoffs, and if you guys want to see me do this for every single series. And with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content, and I will see you guys all in the next video.